What if Cardi B's new single isn't just a new song? What if it's the first clue in a much bigger plan? The moment Cardi B announced "Aha," fans across social media started asking the same question: why now? After all, Cardi B isn't an artist who makes moves without people paying attention. Every release becomes a conversation, every post sparks theories, and every announcement seems to create another mystery for fans to solve. Now, with "Aha" officially on the way, the internet is buzzing with speculation. Some fans believe this is simply the start of a new music era. Others think something much bigger could be happening behind the scenes, and the clues people are pointing to are surprisingly interesting. But before we get into the theories, it's important to understand why this release has generated so much attention in the first place. Cardi B has built one of the most recognizable brands in music. From chart-topping hits to viral moments, she has mastered the art of staying relevant in an industry where attention moves incredibly fast. That's why even a simple song announcement can instantly become major news. The title alone, "Aha," has people talking. It's short, it's memorable, and according to many fans, it sounds like the kind of phrase that could carry multiple meanings. Could it represent a breakthrough moment, a realization, a message? Nobody knows for sure, but that uncertainty is exactly what has made people so curious. And that's where things start getting even more interesting, because shortly after the announcement, fan discussions began appearing everywhere. People started examining every detail: the timing, the title, the rollout, the overall vibe. And while these are only fan theories, they reveal just how much anticipation exists around Cardi's next chapter. One theory suggests that "Aha" could introduce a slightly different sound from what fans are used to hearing. Not necessarily a complete reinvention, but perhaps an evolution. Artists often reach a point where they want to experiment while still staying true to their identity. Could Cardi be entering that phase? Fans are eager to find out. But that's only one of the theories circulating online. Another theory is even bigger. Some fans believe "Aha" may be opening the door to a larger project. Maybe more music, maybe a major announcement, maybe something nobody is expecting. Again, there is no official confirmation of any of these ideas, but the speculation itself shows how invested people are in what comes next. And that brings us to an important question. Why does Cardi B continue generating this level of attention? Because many artists release songs, but very few artists can turn a single announcement into a full-scale internet conversation. Part of it comes from unpredictability. Fans never feel completely certain about what's around the corner, and unpredictability creates curiosity. Curiosity creates discussion, and discussion keeps people watching. That's exactly what's happening with "Aha." Now, here's where things get really fascinating. Let's imagine for a moment that this release performs exactly the way many fans expect. What happens next? Does it dominate social media? Does it launch a new era? Does it lead to more announcements? Nobody knows, but people are already trying to predict the future. And that's because anticipation can sometimes become almost as powerful as the release itself. Think about it. The biggest entertainment moments aren't only about what happens, they're about what people think might happen. The guessing, the theories, the suspense, the waiting. Right now, Cardi B is sitting at the center of all of that, and every day leading up to the release only seems to increase the excitement. What's especially interesting is how quickly online conversations can take on a life of their own. One fan shares a theory, another builds on it, then thousands more join the discussion. Before long, everyone is searching for clues. Some are convinced there are hidden meanings. Others believe people are overthinking everything. But that's part of the fun. Nobody truly knows the answer yet, and that uncertainty keeps the conversation alive. Now, let's talk about something else: the pressure. Whenever a major artist returns with new music, expectations are enormous. Fans want something memorable. Critics are watching closely. Social media reacts instantly, and every release gets analyzed from every possible angle. That's a lot of pressure. Yet Cardi B has repeatedly shown that she understands how to command attention. Whether through music, personality, or cultural impact, she consistently finds ways to remain part of the conversation, which is why many fans believe "Aha" could be one of the most talked about releases of the year. But here's the biggest mystery of all. What if the song itself isn't the only thing people will be talking about? What if the release opens the door to something nobody saw coming? A new chapter, a major surprise, a completely unexpected move. At this point, nobody outside Cardi's team knows, but the possibility alone is enough to keep fans watching. And that's exactly why excitement continues growing, because every day brings new discussions, new theories, new predictions, and new questions.
questions that won't be answered until the music finally arrives. So where does that leave us? Right back at the question we started with. Is Aha simply a new single, or is it the first piece of a much larger puzzle? For now, fans can only speculate, but one thing is clear. Cardi B has everyone's attention once again, and if the reaction so far is any indication, the story surrounding Aha may only be getting started. So what do you think? Is this just a song release, or do you believe something bigger is coming? Let us know your theory in the comments, because until the answers arrive, the mystery continues.